Hey, it's Tim Miller with the Bulwark. We are 1 week away from the Iowa caucus, and the former president Donald Trump was in the Hawkeye State this weekend, being an absolutely insane person, as he always is. And, I just wanted to spend this video talking a little bit about how the media is so unprepared for dealing with the coming Donald Trump general election. And this is just one example. I hate to just always just pick on one reporter, but this is just one example that I think speaks to a broader problem. So let's step back and take a look at this. It was on the anniversary of January 6th, so over the weekend. Trump is in Iowa. Joe Biden had given a very important, very strong speech, I thought, about what the stakes are for this election with regards to democracy. And Donald Trump riffed on that in insane ways, talking about the January 6th hostages, calling the president Joe to release the hostages. And there's a bunch of other crazy stuff. Here's the New York Times subhead on this speech. Mr. Trump, campaigning in Iowa, suggested that Mr. Biden was trying to divert focus away from issues such as the economy. I mean, this is skyrocketing, bro. Let's just watch some clips from this speech where supposedly, according to the New York Times, Mr. Trump suggested that Biden was trying to divert focus away from the issues. I wonder what Donald Trump talked about during that speech. Let's watch.
But John McCain, for some reason, couldn't get his arm up that day. Remember? He goes that like that. That was the end of that. Release the J6 hostages, Joe. If you see bags of crap coming into the voting areas, you got to stop it.
So there you go. Did that sound like somebody who was focused on economic issues, focused on kitchen table issues? Making fun of John McCain for the injury that he sustained while he was a prisoner of war. The late John McCain, just taking random shots at him from the speech, sweaty in his burnt sienna makeup, yelling at Joe Biden to release prisoners that stormed our Capitol and attacked police officers, desecrated the Capitol. Tried to overturn our democracy, calling these people hostages, trying to take some stolen valor from the real hostages that were taken by Hamas in the recent attack in Israel. And this is a sick man. It was a wheels-off speech full of conspiracies and ad hominem, and yet our major newspapers still cannot break themselves from the candidate gives speech, talks about economy headline. This is a different type of candidate. He needs to be treated differently. You're not being fair by shaving down, his harsh edges. Okay, it doesn't make you more of a straight reporter if you kind of cherry pick Trump's speech to make it sound like it's no different from what a Tim Scott speech would be like. It's not like a Tim Scott speech. It's very different. And if you're a news reporter and your job is to tell the people what the news was in a speech, people who didn't watch this speech, then you have to accurately reflect what it was like. All right. And this was not a speech where a sober candidate responded to accusations from the other candidate. This is Bob Dole versus Bill Clinton, 1996. Okay? It's not that. It's a fundamentally different thing. Trump was just out of his mind, advancing a bunch of arguments that are completely insane, extreme, personal attacks. It was not something that was focused on the economy. Okay, this is if there's nothing about Donald Trump that's focused on anything, specifically issues that other people care about. If there's only anything that he would be focused on, it is his own damn self. So anyway, that was your highlights from Iowa this weekend. We are 1 week away. Donald Trump's barely even campaigning this week in Iowa. He's going to be hanging out at Mar-a-Lago. He's got some court appointments. We are 1 week away from the caucuses, and dude is just totally checked out, running a low energy campaign. And it seems to me like it's not going to matter because the cultists that are showing up to this Iowa caucus right now are poised to give him a margin unprecedented in the history of the caucuses. We'll see. There's a week left. We'll be monitoring the campaign trail to the extent that Trump's wedding DJ effort in Mar-a-Lago as part of the campaign trail this week. We'll be watching that too. And we'll be back for more. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Bulwark feed. Hey, if you like this video and our content, I'd love for you to become a Bulwark Plus member. You get bonus podcasts, you get bonus newsletters, you get bonus takes from me that maybe don't come up on the YouTube feed. You can try it out for free at thebulwark.com/free trial. The link is below in the description. We'd love to have you as a member of our community. We have great commenters and great opportunities for people who want to protect democracy.